Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Alvinita Zahwalian Prasetya with student number 22114200026. Today I would like to discuss about my analysis on Little Women movie. Self-sacrifice in Little Women. Each sister in Little Women movie has different character traits from the other. Margaret Meg March is one of the March sisters and the eldest child of the family. Her character resembles the maturity and also the struggle of being the first child and daughter. When it comes to use a word to describe Meg's characteristic, the word sacrifice would be perfect. This essay will try to analyze Meg's personality structure and how it shapes her into one of the most considerate and unselfish sister and character in order to deal with reality in Little Women movie. But first, allow me to explain a bit about Sigmund Freud's theory. According to Sigmund Freud, there are three elements that structure a person's personality. The superego acts like an internal censor, causing us to make moral judgments, ideals, and standards in social pressures. The id is the unconscious part of the psyche, mostly the part of the mind where desires, passions, ambitions, fears, and irrational thoughts are stored. The ego, on the other hand, is the opposite. It is the rational, logical, and the waking part of the mind. The ego acts as reality principle to mediate between the desires of the id and the demands of social pressure issued by the superego. In the movie, every character's self-conflict is caused by his or her own id and superego, and Meg is no exception. As the first child, Meg is expected to be someone grown up and takes charge of her sisters while their mother is away. Because of this expectation that people around her have towards her, she cannot really enjoy her youth. In the flashback 7 years prior to the present timeline, when they had a Christmas without presents, Meg states that it's so dreadful being poor. She wishes that she has a lot of money and servants so that she never had to work again. Joe suggests her to be an actress, which Meg refuses, saying that she cannot be one. The statement is a part of her id affected by the poverty their family has. In further flashback, it can be seen that she likes to be the center of attention even though she regrets it later on. It can be concluded that both of her desire becoming a rich and or actress are parts of her id. On the other hand, people's expectation towards her and the responsibility of being a first child are the superego. They shape Meg's mindset that she cannot abandon her family as she has a big responsibility and burdened by those expectations. Therefore, her refusal is a part of her ego, the rational thought of knowing that she cannot abandon her family for her dream. This is one of the forms of Meg's sacrifice in life. When she has grown up, she is married to John Brooke, who is a poor teacher and tries his best to provide money for them and their children, Demi and Daisy. When Meg goes to a shop with her friend, she has to deal with her self-conflict whether to save $50 for her family or to buy fabric that has yet to be made into a dress. She ends up buying the fabric, which later she admits because she is tired of being poor. The desire to buy the fabric, to have a new beautiful dress, and to have the chance to feel living an adequate life once again, even if only for a while, those are parts of her id. The superego is her thoughts about how she can use the $50 for her family instead, knowing with $50 they can buy a lot of things, especially at the time of the movie's plot. And last but not least, the ego is when she finally concludes and takes the assumption that her husband will tolerate her decision since it is for her own for her happiness as well. However, Meg and John then have an argument about the expense. Later on, in the end, they reconcile, and John forgives and asks her to bring the fabric to dressmaker because he wants her to have the dress and wish for her happiness. It turns out that Meg has already sold the fabric to her friend. She also implies that she is happy enough with just being John's wife and having John as her husband. This is another form of Meg's sacrifice where she sacrifices her desire to get what she wants. From the two examples of sacrifice that Meg has done throughout the movie or her life, can be concluded that by sacrificing her happiness and desire, it also means that she represses the id of her psyche, which also makes them as the things that have shaped Meg's considerate and unselfish personality. So that's all for me today. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.